hours of labor, a great engineering team, and a great company. We have an 818R race car. It's in this month's Road and Track magazine, and the 818S street car. And what we're going to do is we're going to scale the cars. We're going to weigh them. And we're going to start with the street car. I think that's the one we're going to scale. This one is already weighed. 818 stands for 1,800 pounds, 818 kilograms. The design team has done a great job. I wanted to introduce Andy Reid. Andy Reid is from Grassroots Motorsports magazine. The fun thing, yeah, Andy. The fun thing about Grassroots Motorsports is they're building kit number 1. So those 2 kits out in the warehouse, one of them is going to Andy Reid. And those guys are going to build the pages of their magazine. We're excited about it. They were integral in the design competition. Their customer community contributed a lot of ideas to the body shape. But one of the things that's nice about the 818, and I'm going to just let Andy say a few words about what Grassroots Motorsports does and his magazine, is the 818 is our own design. You know, Factory 5 Racing is a replica company. We started with a Cobra replica. Well, I have an ego and it's small, it's a little bit bigger than this, and I want my own design. We want to build an iconic company, and you don't do that with replicas alone. That's definitely the foundation of our company. We love the Cobra replicas. It's one of my favorite cars. But the GTM in the corner is our own design, and this is truly our own design. So we'll see. The goal of this car was to bring the Factory 5 experience to more people around the world. So it's right-hand drive capable. It's using running gear that is not American V8 running gear. Oh my God, it's not me. Well, guess what? This is the most patriotic of all our cars because we're taking this car and we're exporting it around the world. And so we're taking the Factory 5 experience of engineering steel tubing and fiberglass composite panels and suspension, and we're sending it all around the world and letting people with running gear in other countries like Malaysia or Australia or Eastern Europe. We sent a car to Azerbaijan, for God's sakes. You know, that's great. So we're going to scale the car. Andy from Grassroots Motorsports, is there anything you want to tell us about what you guys are going to be doing with the car and in your magazines?
Yeah, it's going to be a really, really neat car. This whole process of this Dave was talking about was really, really fun. The people we got for our design contest, our designers were used as our judges. We're Wayne Cherry and we're like Matt Humphreys, who designed all the latest Morgans and things. We got to put these people together. I've been basically went through my Rolodex and called all the cool designers I know, and they all chimed in as we saw these designs come into this car. And it was just fantastic interacting with these super famous guys, which is extraordinary. And here's the result. We have a very, very cool looking car. We're going to drive the snot out of this, what we're going to do. I hope that I get to be the one that delivers it home, too, since it's closer to me than it is to Tim, since I live in Connecticut and Tim lives in Florida. It sucks to live in Florida. So that's what I'm hoping. It's an extraordinary car. We drove the chassis last year. And it was pretty neat.
That's right, Tim was here and he drove the go-kart and he came back and said, we want to build this car. Is Wayne Presley around here, Wayne? Wayne was one of the test drivers. Jim is chief designer of the car. Jim, you want to raise your hand, let everybody know who you are? Yeah, any questions you can ask Jim. Frankie, engineering, who's been working on the cars. Is Muldoon out here? Colby out here? Director of engineering, Jesper, right here, raise your hand, Jesper. So if you guys have any questions on the car, you can ask those guys. Once again, 1,800 pounds is the goal. Lightweight, rigid chassis, 2-seater design. With Grassroots, we've really driven the car heavily. Wayne has done a lot of track work on the car and tried to break it. And we've done a lot more development on this car pre-launch than we've ever done on other cars. So we're excited to see how you guys turn out on the car.
Yeah, I think it's going to turn out really, really good.
So you're going to do a build-up article in the magazine and then you're going to race it. Oh, and I should mention, in July, there's a race called the Ultimate Track Challenge. And maybe, Andy, you can give people some background at UTCC because it's a serious road race. And this little baby's going to be running up against some really high-dollar cars. And our goal is to slay giants, not wallets. So this, maybe 25 grand, yeah. So,
yeah. The UTCC is an event we do at VIR, one of the most epic tracks in the United States. If you've never driven the track, you need to go and drive it at least once. But we invite the fastest track cars on the planet to compete against each other on track with basically, there are no rules. You have to have a racing license, your car has to pass tech. After that you can do anything you want. So we get people from Grand Am, World Challenge, ALMS, all over the place racing these cars, down to guys who are local NASA guys who think, well, my car and me driving it is faster than that guy. And we get things like Riley's I think we may have an Audi R8 on the track this week. This
ACR
month.
Vipers.
Yeah, ACR Vipers. We've got all the top BMW guys. We had Joey Hand a couple years ago at BMW, racing a competition M3.
Daytona prototype.
Daytona prototype. So it's an extraordinary thing. And there's a 4-cylinder class, there's an 8-cylinder class, there's an unlimited class, 6-cylinder class, and it's an extraordinary who shows up. I mean, they all show up because they want to say, hey, I won.
Well, the purpose of going to UTCC is to show the world, how fast a car that you build yourself at a modest budget can do with good engineering. And so that'll be in July, and we'll give you results on that. All right, so we got on scales, right? Yep. All right, this is, and we waited last night, so.
Oh, so I was gonna do this, but that's not gonna work now.
1 is good, 8 is good. Yeah. So this car built with donor carts, as a street car, as is with the aftermarket wheels. This is the body as it comes from the kit. All we did was polish the gel coat. So the goal was a paint-free body. I think we have some evolutionary stuff we want to do on the body, but here it is, 8/18, and I hope you guys enjoy the open house. At 11 o'clock, we're going to do a plant tour. 12 o'clock is awards ceremony for all the folks outside. So have fun, and thank you for everybody.